Hello friends, let's learn velocity, their types and numerical based on them. What is velocity? You know there is a word displacement. Displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final point. Displacement is a vector quantity. So displacement divided by time is said to be velocity. So you can say that rate of change of displacement is said to be velocity. So when you talk about velocity, this is rate of change of displacement in a very short word. This means that velocity is equals to displacement by time taken. SI unit of displacement is meter and for time taken it is second. So SI unit for velocity is meter per second. Velocity is a vector quantity because displacement is vector and its SI unit is meter per second. So dimension of velocity, when you talk about dimension of velocity, this is m0 L t power minus 1. This is dimension of velocity. Thus you have learned what is velocity. Now let us understand about different types of velocities. So here you are learning types of velocities. There are basically 4 types of velocities. Number A is said to be uniform velocity. When distance covered by a body is equal in equal interval of time, then this is said to be uniform velocity. This means that it is equal displacement covered by a body in equal interval of time. So uniform velocity means equal displacement covered by a body in equal interval of time. Second is variable velocity. As velocity is displacement by time, so displacement have magnitude and direction. So if direction or magnitude changes, then this means that velocity is changing. So when you talk about variable velocity, this is change in magnitude of displacement or direction of displacement or both with respect to time is said to be variable velocity. This means that when you talk about velocity, then the displacement magnitude or the directions magnitudes are changing with respect to time, then this is said to be variable velocity. Now you talk about number third, that is average velocity. So number third is average velocity. This is total displacement covered by a body divided by total time taken to cover the distance. So this is total displacement upon total time taken. This means that if the displacement is S1, second is S2, third is S3, take the vector sum of all the displacement. Divide by time T1, T2, T3, Tn. This is said to be average velocity. But we have to know about the average velocity. To understand more about average velocity, let us have a xy axis. Here we have a xy axis. In this axis, suppose a body starts from this point and it moves and it reaches at this point. Then this is x displacement, this is time t. So this is the initial point, this is the final point. Join this is said to be the displacement. So drop this line here, drop this line here. This is time t1, this is time t2, this is said to be x1, this is said to be x2. Now the displacement is, in this graph, the displacement is this area, length. This is length is the displacement. So this is x2 minus x1. So here you write V average is equals to x2 minus x1, and here it is t2 minus t1. This is t2 minus t1. This means that delta x upon delta t. This is velocity when a body moving upside. But what will happen when the body is coming downside? Let us see this. Another situation, the body is moving downside. So this is the initial point known as x1. This is the final point known as x2. Here is x displacement. Drop this. This is t1. Drop this. This is t2. So this is the displacement. Here the final is x2 and initial is x1. But you are saying that x1 is greater than x2. So here you have V average again is equals to x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1. This is equals to delta x upon delta t. But this answer will come in negative sign because here x2 is less value and x1 is more value. So here the answer come to be minus delta x upon delta t. Here this plus sign indicate that velocity, every velocity is increasing. This means that increasing means the direction is towards upside, and here negative means the direction is towards downside. This is towards positive y-axis, towards negative y-axis. This is average velocity when we have function x and y. Now the fourth type of velocity is said to be instantaneous velocity. Number D is instantaneous velocity. Velocity of a body at a given time or given position is said to be instantaneous velocity. This is velocity of a body at a particular time. You can write it, particular time or position is said to be instantaneous velocity. This is that velocity in which the time interval is infinitesimally zero. This means that infinitesimally small. So the velocity of an object when the time interval is infinitesimally small is said to be instantaneous velocity. Here infinitesimally small means tending to zero. I am writing this also. It is the velocity of an object when its average velocity is when average velocity is infinity, you can write like this. It is the velocity of an object when time interval become infinitesimally small in the average velocity. This means that v is equals to limit delta t tends to 0, delta x upon delta t. This is the average velocity, and this is also said to be dx upon dt, differentiation, which you have learned in the video lecture of calculus and in the lecture of speed also. Now let us have numerical based on this. Numerical. Let us have displacement as a function of time. Let x displacement as a function of time 18t plus 5t square. Then you have to find instantaneous velocity, number A, instantaneous velocity at time t is equals to 2 seconds. And number B, you have to find V average velocity, what? At time interval, at 2 seconds, not at between. This is between 2 seconds to 3 seconds. Let us see how we are going to solve this question. First, you have to find instantaneous velocity. So, V is equals to dx upon dt. Put the value of x here, d upon dt. What is x? X is 18t plus 5t square. Differentiate it. So you can write your 18 dt upon dt plus 5 dt square upon dt. This is 18 because dt by dt is 1, you know. Here you have 2t. So this is 18 plus 10t. So you have v is equals to 18 plus 10t at t equals to what? How many seconds? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. V is equals to 18 plus 10 into 2. So it is 20, and here 18. This is 38 meter per second. Thus we have magnitude of velocity is 38 meter per second, instantaneous velocity at that instant of 2 seconds. Now let us see how to find V average velocity. So number B part, you have to find V average. So V average is x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1. So there are two methods to find it. The method number 1, you can find it by two methods. So here it is method number 1. For method number 1, you write here x2, this is the given formula. In this given formula, replace this t with the word t2. So x2 equals to 18 t2 plus 5 t2 square. Now what is t2? t2 is 3 seconds here. So put it, this is 18 into 3 plus 5 into 3 square. So here it is 18 into 3, is 8 into 3 into 8, 24. And here 3 plus 2, 554. 3 square is 9, and 9 plus 9 into 5 is 45. So you have 99 here. Now what is x1? Now write here x1. x1 is equals to 18 t1 plus 5 t1 square. Now put the value of x1, which is 2 seconds. So you have 18 into 2 plus 5 into 2 square. 18 into 2, 36, and 2 square is 4, 4 into 5 is 20, so this is 56. Now in this formula, you write here the value of x2. x2 is 99 and x1 is 56. And what is t2? t2 is 3, and what is t1? t1 is 2. So here you have 9 minus 6, this is 3, and 9 minus 5, this is 4, 43. So 43 meter per second. This is said to be your average velocity. This is said to be method number 1. Now let's work out for method number 2. For method number 2, in the given equation, here we are directly writing that x2, what is x2? x2 is 18t, so you write 18t2 plus 5t2 square, give a minus sign and write here 18t1 plus 5t1 square, whole divided by t2 minus t1. Now these two are written at a single box, single bracket, so 18 and 18 will be taken out, so you have t2 minus t1. These two are in a single bracket, so 5 is taken out, t2 square minus t1 square, divided by t2 minus t1. This is a square minus b square into a square plus b square. So take out here t2 minus t1. So under bracket you have 18 plus 5 under bracket t2 plus t1, whole divided by t2 minus t1. Cancel this 2. Now put the value 18 plus 5. What is the value of t2? Value of t2 is 3. And what is the value of t1? t1 is 2. So you have 18 plus 3 plus 2, 5. 5 into 5, 25. Now add it. You have 8 here. 8 plus 5 is 3 is here. 1 is on hand. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 43 meter per second. You have the same answer. So you can go like this also. Thus you have seen numerical number 1. Let us see one more numerical from your NCERT book. This question, numerical number 2 from your book, this numerical says that let x is equals to a plus bt square. What is x? A plus bt square, where a and b are constant and their values are given, where a is equals to 2.5 meter and this is 8.5 meter and b equals to 2.5 meter per second square. In the question, a is equals to 8.5 meter and b is equals to 2.5 meter square, x equals to a plus bt square. Then you have to find number a, v average is equals to what? Between 2 to 4 second. Between 2 second to 4 second. And number b, you have to find v instant, that is instantaneous velocity at t equal to 0 second and t equals to 2 second. Find these two. So let's see. Here you have, first we are finding average. So number a, this is v average is according to the formula. What is the formula? This is x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. What will be x2? Put as a function 2. So you have a plus bt square 2 minus a plus bt square 1 divided by t2 minus t1. Here a and a will cancel out, and in this two set we have b common. So we have t2 square minus t1 square upon t2 minus t1. Here also you have b, here also t2 minus t1, t2 plus t1 divided by t2 minus t1. Cancel these two. So you have b under bracket t2 plus t1. Put the value. What is b? b is 2.5 here. And what is t2? t2 is here 4 and t1 is 2. So it is 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6 and 6 into 2.5 is 15. So this is 15 meter per second. Thus you understand how to find average velocity. Now let's find instantaneous velocity. For number b part, you have v equals to dx upon dt. So you have d upon dt. Write the value of x. What is the value of x? A plus bt square. Now differentiate it. You have dA upon dt plus b common. dt square upon dt. Now you know that dA upon dt is 0. So this is 0 and here you have b, and dt square by dt is 2t. So what answer you get? You get b equals to 2bt. b equals to 2bt. Now part number 1, add t equals to 0 second. b is equals to 2 into b into 0, which is equals to 0 meter per second. Part number 2, add t equals to 2 second. So t equals to 2 second, you have b is equals to 2bt. 2, what is b? b is 2.5 again. And what is t? t is 2 second here. So write here 2. So here you have 2.5 into 2 is 5 and 5 into 2 is 10. So this is 10 meter per second. Thus you have learned velocity, their types, and how to solve numerical on them. So do like, share and subscribe my channel Physics Gold Ravi Kumar. Thank you.